Hi everybody, I'm gonna make barbacoa. It's a delicacy here in the Rio Grande Valley, South Texas. Now, if you've ever been to the Rio Grande Valley and you've had barbacoa before, then you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say it's absolutely delicious and very easy to prepare. And today, I'm gonna show you how I make it step by step. Let's get started. So I'm ready to prepare my beef tongue and my beef cheek. I've got about 6 pounds. Now, the beef tongue weighs a little bit more than the beef cheek. It doesn't matter whether one weighs more than the other, as long as you put both of them in there. Now, the beef cheek has big chunks of fat, and I have removed some of the big chunks. You do want to leave some of the fat in here because it's kind of like a steak. You know, you don't want to remove the fat. That's what gives it the flavor. So I'm going to start out by salting it really well. This is just regular table salt. I'm gonna do the same with the beef tongue. Now the meat underneath the skin is very lean and it's beautiful. It's just perfect. Now this one doesn't have a lot of fat outside, so I left it just the way it is. Now I'm gonna sprinkle some garlic powder. Very generous. You can rub it in. Now I'm gonna sprinkle some onion powder. Just the same. Now the same thing with the beef tongue. So now that I've sprinkled it well, I'm gonna massage it in and make sure that it's all coated really well. Now as you can see, I'm using my left hand. If I have to get any of these other items here, I can use my clean hand, see? So I've rubbed it in really well. Now I'm gonna put it into my pot. This is the pot that goes into my Ninja Foodi. Now, if you don't have a Ninja Foodi, but you have an Instapot, you can use that. I've never owned one, and I don't know how to use that one because I've always had the Foodi. But if you're familiar with it, then I'm sure it'll work for you. And now my beef cheek. See, you wanna get it nice and comfortable in here. See, that's good, just like that. Now I have a whole head of garlic right here, and I have sliced off the tip because I wanted to release its flavor in the pot. So I'm just gonna put it in here, just like that. And I have a third of a large onion. You can use a medium onion, it doesn't matter, it'll all be good. And I'm gonna put in about half a cup of water. Now it's gonna release a lot of its own liquid, but I always put a little water in here anyway. So now that I've added all my ingredients into the pot, clean up the area, I'm gonna wash my hands, and then I'm gonna be putting this into the Foodi and get it going. So I have my pot ready, and I'm gonna put it into my Ninja Foodi, just like that. And I'm gonna replace my lid. And I'm gonna make sure that my pressure release valve is sealed, that it's closed. You wanna make sure that you read the instructions well before you get it started. So my valve is closed. Now I'm gonna set the timer. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna press the pressure button. It's set on high, and I'm gonna set my time for 2 hours. Right there. Now I'm gonna press the start button, and as you can see, it's gonna start building pressure. Now once it builds enough pressure, it's gonna start counting down, and then it'll be ready, just like that. Now my time is up. It says done. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the power. See, it's totally turned off. Now I'm gonna do a quick pressure release. Now I usually put a towel over it because of all the steam. Now I'm gonna turn the pressure valve. See? This is gonna take a few minutes. So the little red float button is down. That means I can open it now. Here we go. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's boiling hot and everything is ready. You see how the skin wants to just come off? So now I'm gonna remove everything out of my pot and I'm gonna put it into this colander. Now this meat is just falling apart and I know it's gonna be delicious. And now I'll just let all the liquid drain in here. You can discard the garlic and the onions. Now I'm gonna remove the skin off of the tongue and it just comes off so easy. See? And then you can discard that. And then it's gonna leave you with nothing but pure meat. So I gave my meat a few minutes to drain and I cut it up into pieces. Now I'm gonna shred it. It's still nice and hot, look at this. Now a lot of people like to prepare their barbacoa with chuck roast meat, but here in the Rio Grande Valley, we always use the cheek meat and the beef tongue. Now you can combine them both like I'm doing it today, or you can just prepare all cheek meat or all beef tongue. But I like to use both because one has more fat than the other. Now the beef tongue is very lean, super lean. And I like to combine them both because this way it's a perfect balance. Now you want to remove the big chunks of fat, but you want to leave some in there. I know you're looking at it and you're thinking, oh no, but it's going to get lost in here. And that's where the flavor's at. Trust me. Now I'm going to shred it really well like this. Look at this beef. It's just absolutely beautiful. So my barbacoa is done, nice and shredded, and I have all the sides right here. See my corn tortillas that I made a little while ago? You can use store-bought too. You want to put some of this delicious barbacoa meat in here, and I've got some wonderful pico de gallo. I'm going to put some of my pico de gallo because this is the way I like to have it. Now you can get your corn tortilla, put some of your barbacoa meat in here, and then top it with your favorite salsa. This is my everyday salsa. I'll put a link below if you want the recipe, see? I've got some guacamole. This is how we have it here in the valley. See, you just kind of spread it there, squeeze a little bit of lime juice, just a little bit. Gotta have a lot of that salsa. Oh man, here it goes. Delicious. Here's the one with the pico de gallo. This is absolutely heavenly delicious. So this is my homemade barbacoa. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. Send me a comment and tell me what you think. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Thank you.